What's going on, dudes? My name is lotrdude13. Welcome back to the Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle. So it's been a while since we had one of these. I really haven't had a lot of battles to do, but I've had this battle for actually quite a while. It was just the time I was able to get it up because we decided to do double uploads and then scheduling issues and whatnot, so a lot of things happened. But you know what? That's not important. We're going to have a battle here against CarisFreez. So I will leave the link to his Twitter in the description below because Jedrick and I got to know him through Twitter. Anyways, we're having a pretty cool NU match today. So I'm bringing a couple Pokemon that I don't normally do. I bring in actually Mega Aerodactyl for the first time. I'm pretty sure it's Mega Aerodactyl. Anyways, he leads out with JJ the Cloyster, and I'm leading out with Terrasaur the shiny Mega Aerodactyl. So immediately pressure goes off, which doesn't really matter at all. And in a sense of, I don't even know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I'm gonna Mega Evolve here, and obviously, there's obviously a little bit of scariness when it comes to this Cloyster, so I decided to go over the taunt immediately off the bat, expecting the Shell Smash, which was a very, very nice play on my part. Now, I'm going to swap out because expecting something like the Icicle Spear or the Rock Blast or something like that, I definitely don't want to stay in. So I send in K-Dupton here, because K-Dupton can withstand whatever it wants to do, and he ends up going for Icicle Crash, which would have been a very, very nice play had it stayed in and hit, because I think Icicle Crash does double damage if you attack later. Actually, I think that's just Avalanche. Never mind. Ignore that I said anything, because I don't really use Icicle Crash. So anyways, he's going to withdraw here, because he knows that he can't do much to me, and I can do pretty decent damage by hitting it with special moves. So anyways, I just go for the Scald here, because it's the best all-around play. It'll do the most damage to that thing, and it offers a chance of getting a burn on whatever it gets hit with, or whatever it hits. So he ends up sitting in his Roserade, who takes that very, very nicely. I'm thinking it's probably Assault Vest, and he gets his leftovers recovery, but this shows me right here that he's not Assault Vest. So I think I go for the Ice Beam here, yeah. Expecting him to stay in. I just want to see how much damage this can do. I was actually testing the water, seeing if this thing was going to be like an Assault Vest thing, but I realized it's not, because it went for Toxic Spike. So I'm thinking here, obviously one more Ice Beam will take it down. I'm also trying to predict and maybe get a nice play, but I think I just go straight out for the Ice Beam once again. Obviously just to get a decent amount of damage, as he sends in Peter Parker, the Galvantula here. So Galvantula is going to take this Ice Beam, not very nice, because Galvantula doesn't have very good defenses. Now, I'm thinking that I could have probably lived one attack, but I don't want to risk anything. So I just decided to go straight into Elephant here. Is going to get hit by the Toxic Spikes, which does suck. But if I'm able to get my Milotic back in here, it'll get the whatever you call it, it'll get the Marvel Scale boost, because it'll get poisoned. So that'll be very, very nice. So I take a little poison damage here, and anything that swaps in is going to take a lot of damage. He goes for the Energy Ball, which I forgot that these things could get, and I get one shot. So I am unable, I don't know what I had. I think Elephant I had as a spinner. I think that's what I did, is like spin or whatever. So anyways, I send in Terrasaur here, because Terrasaur is going to be unaffected by everything that's on my side of the field, and I just go for Stone Edge and one-shot Peter Parker. I got kind of lucky, didn't miss, because if this thing hit me with a Thunder, I'm gone. So anyways, he's going to send in the Cloyster here, and I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock, even if it gets up the Shell Smash. I just want to get up the Stealth Rocks, because if I can get some consistent damage on whatever comes in, that'll be very nice. Now he's going to hit me with the Icicle Crash, and I do believe that it crits me as well as takes me out. Does it crit me? Yeah, I don't think the crit mattered, really, because Cloyster's got pretty good attack stat, and it gets stabbed from it, and Aerodactyl's not that much so. And it's been a while, actually, since I did this battle, so it's, I'm glad, I'm actually surprised I'm remembering all this. So anyways, I send in Story here, and the real reason is for the Intimidate, so if it ends up going for Shell Smash, it'll only get the +1, but he gets the White Herb, which is very, very nice. So that means if, since I used his White Herb, obviously he can't he can Shell Smash, but it'll have the lower defenses. So I end up going for the T-Wave here to slow this thing down, so if it ends up going for the Shell Smash, I will be able to do some pretty good damage to it, and it was, it sucks that he was able to go for the Rapid Spin there, because I forgot that Cloyster actually got Rapid Spin. So there's that. Actually, not forgot, I never knew. So, because I've never encountered one. So anyways, that used Rapid Spin at least. So anyways, I go for Play Rough here, and it is enough damage to take out the Roselia, which is very, very nice. Freaking, yeah, I have Life Orb. That's why I was going to say, I couldn't remember what item I had, because I don't think normally that would have taken it out. Just like, but you know what, it's all good. So now I have in Snorri here. Snorri's just going to I'm pretty much, I think, just going to sack this thing off at this point, because I can't really do much. He ends up double switching, and I was wondering what that was. He goes back into the cloister, maybe trying to see what I want to do. So I end up going for the Fire Punch, expecting him to go back into the cloister. So it doesn't do very much even with the Life Orb, because cloister has much better physical defense. So Snowy is just sitting in here, and he's going to keep swapping in between the Arcanine, I think, and the cloister, just to keep getting the Intimidate drops on me. He should just stay in a one-shot me, because he would outspeed me with this thing at least, but obviously he won't with the other one. So once again, I expect him to swap, and I just go for Play Rough because it's my most powerful move anyway. Even though he does resist it and I'm at -2 attack at this point, I can't do much. So he's just going to stay. I'm pretty sure he stays in on this turn, and yeah, just E-speeds and knocks out Snorri. So it was kind of a waste of a couple turns to really just keep swapping back and forth, because my Grand Bull really couldn't do anything anyway. But you know what, it's all good. So now I send in Kate Upton, because Kate Upton will get that Marvel Scale boost. So if this thing has, you know, like Wild Charge, it won't do that much damage to me, and that Cloister really can't hurt me at all. So it doesn't really matter that I'm slow, because I was slower than anything anyway. And I believe I just go straight off of the Scald here, because the Scald's the best thing I can do anyway, because it's my most powerful move. So now he sends in the I Need a Hero, the Hercules, which is a very, I like the names he has on his Pokemon, which is, it's pretty cool. And I get the burn there, so I was pretty happy about that. I think these things get guts, so maybe it wasn't that great. You never know. Anyways, it was very nice to get the burn on this thing. He's gonna go for return here, which makes me think that he is guts, but as you see, the Marvel Scale really comes in handy. Maybe he isn't guts, but I love Milotic. It's such a beastly defensive Pokemon. I'd love to be able to pick this thing up for the next season of the DBL. That'd be very, very cool. Anyways, I get hurt by my poison, which is not too big of a deal. He gets hurt by his burn, so I'm hoping he just leaves this thing in here to die. He just goes for the close combat, which will do the most damage out of anything, and I do survive it only thanks to that Marvel Scale. I'm like 90% sure. So I should have gone for the recover on that turn, expecting something like that, because he would have died to burn next turn anyway, but the Scald takes down the Heracross, and I will have enough to survive this next turn of poison after the leftovers, but I won't really be able to do much after that. So sadly, Kate Upton has done her job. She's been pretty nice having her out here. So now he sends in Aslan, and obviously not risking anything. He's probably just going to go straight out for the extreme speed. Obviously just taking this thing down. He could have gone for anything, I think, and taken me out. But I wish the rocks were up, because every time you send in the Cloister and the Aslan, it would take 25%, so that'd be very, very nice. So now I send in my Entei here, because Entei, I'm pretty sure, can do pretty damn good damage. So I believe this is the event Entei that I have, but I don't know what I'm running on this thing. So anyways, he's going to swap, because it can't do much to me, but he's going to send back in his Cloister, which was expected. I ended up going for Crush Claw just to do a ton of damage, and it does nothing. So these things, like, freaking... What the heck is that? Anyway, sorry about that. Cloister takes these really nicely, and I'm just going to go for Howl here, because I'm hoping that I can get, like, a Parahax or something like that. And but he's at -1, and I'm at +1. So he ends up going for the Surf, which he didn't expect, because I didn't even think Cloister had that great special attack. So he one-shots me with Surf, so that's unfortunate. And now I send in Boombox here. He only has a couple Pokemon left, so my goal is to just, I'm Specs here, so I'm probably just going to Specs myself in. I end up going for the Boom Burst here, which will easily knock out the Cloister, and stupid me going for the Boom Burst when he has a Sableye. So, pretty much he's going to go into the Sableye here in the next turn. I'm just going to forfeit, because there's no point for me, you know, just randomly spamming Boom Burst when I can't touch it. But anyways, it was a 2-0 to him. It was a pretty good battle. I was very happy with it. We had been trying to schedule a battle for a long time, but, you know, just like schedule conflicts, and you know what, it was a fun battle either way. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle. If you enjoyed it, like, it's appreciated. Make sure to check out Karis in the description below. I will leave his links and pretty cool stuff. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for more, and I will talk to you all later.